Greetings, this is Sloshrex and welcome back to Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. Disclaimer, I didn't get much sleep last night. It's been one of those weekends, it's Australia Day weekend, where you see all your friends, you stay up really late, the kids get up really early. There's lots of beer involved and these things happen. It is about 9 o'clock at night that I'm sitting down to record this, and I'm a little bit tired, so please forgive me if I do anything completely ridiculously stupid. Don't not laugh at me. Definitely laugh at me, but you know, I may make a mistake. As far as I can remember, we had just finished up with this little meeting here. I'm going to go talk to Dante because he's my little buddy and see what we can do here. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. I don't want to tell him to stay put, but I don't want him to come anywhere and die, so I'm just giving him a pet. It's always worth going and petting him. Just double check our stash. I think we have a lot in there actually. Okay, so we have the secure samurai shaman clothing, but samurai was from the last time I played through this game. What am I thinking? So I don't think I'm going to do anything with that. We've got the nitro and all the different fetishes and stuff. That's right, we did check that at the end of the last one. We've checked that. We've spoken to everybody. Let's go talk to Paul and see. Let's see what happens next. The room goes quiet as everyone struggles to process what you've just seen on the DVD. That's right. The last thing we did is we watched all that messed up stuff on that DVD. Once again, I mean, you're a Shadowrunner. You do jobs like this, but are these the kind of jobs you want? Because this seems bigger than a simple, like, get in, get out, and get some money. Finally, Dietrich breaks the silence. Dragon! Son of a bitch. Green Winters sets us up against the dragon. He didn't really set us up, he died. Trying to fight the dragon, so I don't know if that was part of his plan or anything. The Firewing. Amsel's voice is thick with dread. She lives. Blitz. I'm really starting to regret the fact that I didn't just stay at the hotel. I mean, we literally just met this guy. He fought 2 or 3 people with us on the way out. We brought him back to where we live. And now we've said, now we're going to go kill a dragon. Do you want to come? I mean, I would probably just go home. I'd say no, I'll go do something else. Iga ignores him. Wait a second. We don't know for certain. Dietrich lays a hand on Iga's shoulder. The evidence seemed pretty convincing to me, love. I'll even take it a step further. I think that secret facility that we stumbled into was her lair. The room falls silent. Iga and Glory exchange glances. After a moment, Dietrich continues. Just think about it. Decker from Winters. A Decker that Winters got those coordinates from was posting about Firewing. I know that that's not what that word says, but it translates to Firewing, and there's no way I'm going to be able to say that right now. Then she was killed by that same orcish bastard that attacked us after Monica died. Should we give that orc a name? For some reason I want to call him Patches, like a dog, like a cute little puppy dog. So I think we're going to call him Patches. I like Patches. Then she was killed by that same orcish bastard that attacked us after Monica died. There's a direct link between the dragon, the scout orc, and the Harfield Manor. And then Winters was killed by the same thing that killed Monica. I wonder if that's biofeedback from the mind of a dragon. That'd be messed up. Exactly. My gut tells me that the dragon is down there, Slosh, someplace far beneath the surface. I think that we knocked on the door to her lair without even knowing it. I really wish we'd stolen that vase now. Like, looking back, it's one of the few things I've regretted in all the games we've played. Like, I really wish we'd stolen that vase. And then I think that, given what we've seen, the dragon will do whatever it takes to keep us quiet. Okay. Go on the assumption that there is a dragon. We all know there's no dragon. And that she will come after us. What do you propose that we do about it? Okay, let's have a look at these. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to follow Winter's advice. We're going to find Vauclair. Keep things simple. We head back there, kick in the door and kill the dragon. I can't be that stupid. I'm going to say the first one. Yes. Slosh is right. Finding Dr. Vauclair should be our priority. If we're going up against a dragon, we need to find ourselves a dragon slayer. Are there many dragon slayers? Is it a productive line of work? I guess once you kill them all, they're gone, kind of like Dragonheart. Winters spent 20 years searching for Vauclair, and it got him nowhere. How do you propose that we find him? with the help of an information broker. Let me guess, back to that damn coffee shop. For this, no. While Herr Burek Ghazi is very capable, a task of this magnitude is beyond him. We need to make contact with the Premier's information broker in Berlin. We need to talk to Alice. Biff scoffs at Amsel. Alice, best of luck. I hope that you're rich. Amsel raises an eyebrow. For this? Rich enough. Even if only just. Maybe I could rob him. So who is this Alice? I hope they go into the whole thing about going down the rabbit hole and, you know, Alice in Wonderland, all that stuff. I'd really like that to be a part of this for some reason. I don't know how it would fit into the mythology. There you go. A most prominent figure in Berlin's shadow community. Ex-Schockwellen writer. She provides information retrieval services for the F State. Look, okay, as I said, I've had a few beers today. It's been a really long weekend. Every time I read the F State, I really want to say the fuck state, but I have to say the F State. Ansel turns to the computer console behind him and runs his fingers over a virtual keyboard. The machine begins to hum. If Winters was right, if Vauclair is still alive, she can help us find him. The console spits out a stick of black plastic. Ansel plucks it from the computer and hands it to you. Here, your key to speak with Alice. A cred stick? An encoded cred stick, yes, 10,000 yen. Alice will not show her face for less. We had way more than that money in the last game. Like, we had so much money, we couldn't even spend it. It's crazy that that's so much. Like, that's considered so much, I mean. Maybe this particular area, like Berlin and all that kind of thing, is a lot different to where we were in the last one. This represents the last of my personal savings slosh. So, wait a minute. The last of your personal savings is what it was basically costing me to hire my team for every single job. So this is a man living paycheck to paycheck. This is crazy. It just doesn't feel right. This represents the last of my personal savings, Sosh. Make this meeting count. Where do I need to go? Take the U-Bahn to the Alt State Spandau. There you will find a connecting tube that the locals refer to as the rabbit hole. Yes, it is. We're going down the rabbit hole. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That's awesome. I wonder if we'll get little, like, drink me potions and stuff like that. You will find a method of contacting Alice there. We'd better not be late, for it's a very important date. Don't call it that in front of her, though. Word on the street is that she hates it. Please hurry. While you're out, I will work on acquiring new contracts for the team. Alice is the best there is at what she does, and her services carry a price tag to match. I honestly don't think it's that much, hey? Like, it feels like, I guess the people in Berlin are a lot poorer. Like, that must be the only logical, it's the only way I can think of that makes sense, because we had way more than that. Like, I was literally buying things just to spend money because we had so much, so yeah, it's a little bit weird. So we'll go to the U-Bahn. There's no point in spending money here. We don't have any money. We need to take it to Alice anyway. I wonder if we can end up at a tea party. That would be pretty cool. It's the same as with the last one. I really don't know where this game is going to take me. I really didn't expect the last one to end the way it did. Oh, we're going by ourselves with the dog. Please don't kill the dog. Oh, God, I don't want the dog to die. It's weird that I pressed it from the side and not the front. Maybe this guy's never played games before. The only active console in this derelict span of U-Bahn platform is an old video arcade machine. The CRT monitor set into the machine's cabinet glows invitingly. Cheerful, pixelated graphics swirl and dance on the screen. That's awesome. At the base of the controller panel you find a cleverly hidden input port. The port is shrouded in black plastic and it appears to be the approximate shape of a typical cred stick. Alright, so we'll insert our cred stick. Internal motors grip the cred stick and pull it into the machine. It disappears into the port and the screen goes black. Moments later, a video image fills the screen. The picture is dark and grainy, a far cry from the bright, colourful sprites that previously inhabited the display. On the screen is a dimly lit office. The place looks like it was pulled straight from an old detective movie. From the Venetian blinds on the windows to the great swathes of shadow that paint the walls black. Centre stage. Sitting behind a large mahogany desk is the silhouette of an impressive-looking woman in a charcoal grey suit. The tip of a cigarette glows cherry red in the shadows. She leans forward into the light, and you catch your first glimpse of Alice. Fair enough. Okay, is that what she looks like? I do like her blue hair. Maybe I'm going to get Cass to do that in her hair, because that looks kind of cool. I mean, her hair is already blue, but I don't know, that looks kind of awesome. Looks like it's LED light, like it glows in the dark. As I said, sorry, it's been a very long weekend. I'm trying really hard not to digress, but it's going to happen. Her face is all hard planes and sculpted angles, with high cheekbones and almond eyes. Her lips are painted a frigid blue, but the look in her eyes is even colder. A head of lustrous black hair is interspersed with flowing streams of cyan light. Alice exhales a plume of smoke, then tips her cigarette into a nearby ashtray. She fixes her eyes on you, and her lips curl into a humorless smile. I don't know how I feel about this. This is all going horrible. We are on your dime, friend. Tell me what you're looking for. Okay. I need you to find someone for me. Dr. Adrian Vauclair. She raises an eyebrow. The Dragon Slayer? Interesting. He's been missing for a long time. Yes, he has. The question is, can you find him? She looks you in the eye and the smile disappears. Her voice is all business. If he's out there somewhere, I will find him for you. He could be living under an assumed name in California Free State, and I'd still track him down. And if he's not alive, I'll tell you where to find his corpse. So I guess if we had decking, we would, Why would I be able to say that just from decking? Speaking of corpses, Alice, I think that I might know who you really are. How much do you guys wish that I had decking right now? Because I'm fascinated by that information, and it's going to eat up at me that we're probably never going to find that out. That's really sad. That's really sad. Okay, alright. I am semi-satisfied. Let's talk about the job. Alice steeples her fingers. Alright, here's how this is going to work. When you give me the go-ahead, I'm going to start gathering information for you. Once I've finished, you're going to bring me a cred stick encoded with an encryption key that I provide you. The cred stick will have 50,000 million on it. So what I'm getting from this, and I'm going to make an assumption right now, is we'll probably have to do a few jobs to raise the money to be able to pay the 50,000, since that guy said that was the last of his savings. When I get my cred stick, you get your information. That's the deal. Take it or leave it. Should I have a go at her? I really don't want to. I don't see the point. She's scary, and she's in a machine anyway, so... Apparently I know better than you do, Sport. Do you know how much work it takes to find a digital ghost? There's going to be wet work. What's wet work? Breaking into government archives. Hell, I might even have to commission an expedition into the SOX. This is a serious undertaking, friend. Now, to you guys who are watching, to you guys who seem to know the answers to these questions, it's amazingly... Basically everything I ask you guys know the answer to. What is the SOX? Is it something that I've missed reading? I'm sure it's, I'm sure it's something obvious and I just don't understand. But if someone can tell me what the SOX is, that would make me really, really happy. Do we have a deal? Of course we have a deal. I have no choice. Okay, but remember you say go and I go. From that point on, you're on the hook to pay me the fee. No turning back, no refunds. Are we square on this? The hell with... No, I'm not going to say whatever you want. Yeah, we're square. Good, I'll be in touch. The screen goes black. Moments later, the machine reboots. The colourful sprites that you saw when you first approached the arcade cabinet return. There's nothing more to see here. Alice is gone. Does that mean we can play the game? Oh, there's something over here we can actually pick up. That's one thing with this game. I keep forgetting to keep both hands on the keyboard, so, I forget to press Alt and stuff. Okay. I will send that to our stash. Someone has told me that you can sell things from your stash at shops. If there's a certain button you can push, or that there is a way to do it. I haven't worked it out yet because I haven't been in a shop selling things, but we will definitely have to check that out when we got the opportunity, because our stash always ends up being full of stuff that I just really don't need. So we'll jump on the train. And we will be super happy that Dante survived. I don't know why I took him. I don't know why I took him. I feel kind of bad about it. See how much Nuyen we've got. 461. That's basically nothing. Let's just go back over here. There's absolutely no point in doing anything else. As I said, I think what's going to happen is we're going to be sent on a few different jobs to raise some cash. Because, I mean, it's the only logical thing that makes sense to me, but I would have never thought of the weirdness that happened in the game last time. I'm not going to ruin the first one for anybody who hasn't actually played it or seen it, so anyway. As you approach Blitz, he gives you an easy smile. Hey, you chief. What's up? Talk to you later. See, now why am I talking to him just to say goodbye? Derek. Now we can talk to him. I do want to talk to Dietrich because he's my mate, because we're both shamans. Okay, now I did want to know about this before, but the episode was getting quite long, so I am actually going to ask him about this. How did you go from fronting a band to running the shadows? It wasn't as big a leap as you'd think. I already had a healthy disrespect for authority, and I had the magic to back it up. One nice thing about shamanism, as long as you keep your idol happy, it doesn't matter what else you do. The Dragon Slayer chose me to be his servant, and as long as I was scrapping with someone bigger than me, he didn't much care what I did on stage or in the shadows. Tell me about this Dragon Slayer, because I can't even remember what I picked for my totem. Not much to tell. He chose me when I was just a kid. I could always feel him in my heart, goading me to laugh louder, hit harder, and get rowdier than the rest. Of course, my family didn't understand, but, you know, the hell with them, I thought. I knew that I was destined for greater things. So I listened to him. I cracked the skulls of a lot of bad people. He saw this, and he was pleased, and rewarded me with magic, and I used that magic to crack bigger, thicker skulls and so on. Simple life. What a good one. I like Dietrich. He really kind of... he knows who he is, and... I don't know, I have an affinity for him for some reason. I really don't know why. Let's talk to Glory. Come on, tell me some more stuff about yourself. Nope. Let's talk to Iga, see if she'll say anything friendly. Isn't the best of times. Is it the worst of times? Ha! That's an old joke. Come on. Sometimes you click and nothing happens, so... we have 0 new inbox messages. I don't really want to read the old messages. Let's open the jobs directory. All pending and active jobs. There's none. I don't want to access that yet. I don't really want to do any... I don't want to do any of those things yet. I kind of want to... I feel that we're going to be led through things for the first little bit, because I have been told this has got more of a quest hub kind of feel to it. I mean, this does feel like a quest hub, and we might have some more choice of different quests once we get a little bit further, but I feel that at the moment, just until we kind of know what's happening, we are kind of being led in a bit of a straight line. Did you make contact with Alice? Yep, I did. She accepted your payment, and I ordered the search for all the information that we need. Very good. I can't imagine that this will be cheap. What was Alice's stated price? God, I wish I could say like 150,000. 50,000 million. He shrugs. It's about as I had expected. Thankfully, we are prepared for this. I've established contact with a number of new clients. You can find information on the job. Exactly. So this is... I was right. I like this. I was right. I guessed right. While you're working to earn Alice's fee, I will continue to dig for clues about Firewing. If she is, in fact, roosting under the half-healed manor, then there must be some evidence to support that fact. A dragon is a large thing to hide after all. Be careful. Well, please remember what happened to Monica. I'm sick of watching blood come out of people's noses. I will never forget. Don't worry, Slosh. I'm going to conduct my investigation the old-fashioned way, through contacts and deduction and careful observation. I will not jack into the Matrix until this entire sorry episode is finished. That's probably wise. Speaking of doing things the old-fashioned way, Mallet is working to recover information of those other DVDs. It is a painstaking process and it will not be quick. She is optimistic that she will be successful in time. Finally, I've been checking up on our friend, the orc with the skin grafts. Patches. I haven't heard anything back yet, but I'll keep you appraised as the situation develops. Sounds good. I'll go check up on those jobs. I really kind of wish that I'd read that. I didn't mean to click that twice. Well, he has a job for you. He wouldn't discuss it with me, but he promised it'll be worth your time. Really? I really don't think I'm meant to click on you then, so I'm just gonna go. The computer is there now. Let's just do it. Let's just jump straight in. I have a feeling we're gonna have a lot of opportunity to wander around the cruise baser and talk to people, do all that kind of stuff. Like, there's gonna be a lot of that in the future, so let's just get into this now. Let's see if inbox some new messages. We have a message! Commissioning your services. To Slosh. We would like to arrange a meeting between you and one of your representatives. You will find him at the cafe nearby. His name is Luca Dware. Can I call him Luca Duh? Because that just feels right. He'll be expecting you to come alone. You have 0 unread messages. Okay, so we have to come alone. So if I say Dante, I need to stay put. Oh, he said Aroo. That's almost like Scooby-Doo. This one definitely does feel like you have a lot more control over where you're going to go, as opposed to, as I kept saying through the entire playthrough of Shadowrun Returns, it really was, you kind of had one place to go, and like, you could just go there, and I forgot I had to follow that up there. I'm confused. Oh, we gotta talk to him. Since we're over here, I want to talk to Lane, because I've walked past this guy so many times, and I've been confused every time. Or interested every time. Before you stands a troll, though it is a stretch to say he's standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by 2 vintage prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculated. I know you. I'm going to flat out just say if you know Monica. Sure, I know Monica. You one of hers then? I'm Slosh, by the way. Good to meet you, Slosh. Name's Alexi Lane. I know. One of my mates' his name is Alexi. I had a few beers with him last night. It's interesting. Is that a name I should know? No, I suppose not. Just the way I like it. There's something you should know about Monica. Something happened to her on the run. So, do you know something about it? Just what my eyes and ears tell me. Why can't you tell me what they've told you, though? I mean, just all this talking around, not giving solid answers. I had a feeling. Besides, Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now here you are in her place. So she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? We lost her. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. I wonder if they would make servos to make them cry if their body was that ruined. That would be very intricate work, I guess. sorry about that. Now that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one, and a good friend. I'll leave you be. So we talked to him and it was really depressing. What a way to go. Let's talk to this guy. He looks the most like an accountant I've ever seen someone who has fangs and pointy ears. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but there is kindness in his eyes. Guten Tag, Elf. Can I help you with something? I heard that you wanted to talk about a job. Yes I do. Thank you for coming so promptly. He takes a deep breath, slowly releases it, and looks you in the eye. Tell me, what do you know about the Humanus Poly Club? I don't know. I don't pay much attention. Humanus may call itself a poly club, but its goals are anything but political. The organization's true objective is to spread fear and hatred of the meta-human races. Now, I thought all political parties' true objective was to spread fear and hatred. But there you go. Humanus' bloody rhetoric helped to instigate the Night of Rage. Night of Rage? A worldwide race riot that took place in the February of 2039. Thousands of innocent meta-humans were attacked, beaten, and killed. Women and children were corralled into warehouses for protection and then burned alive when the structures were put to torch. That's messed up. This is what Humanus stands for. This is the agenda that its leaders strive to advance. They will not be satisfied until all meta-humans everywhere are driven from the face of the earth. I'm an elf, so I'm going to say disgusting. And this job of yours has something to do with Humanus? He nods. Yesterday I overheard one of my assistants talking on his comm. He was yelling, clearly agitated. I questioned him, and he confided in me. What he told me made my blood run cold. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but I do want to hurry you along, so I'm just going to say, let me guess. He nods. Yes, I believe so. The Berlin chapter of Humanus has arranged to acquire a large shipment of an extremely hazardous chemical. They're just going to chemical bomb the place. That's fucked up. Their leader, Volker Stahl, is a vicious ideologue. It goes without saying that whatever he intends to do, it won't be good for us. I want you to infiltrate the smuggling operation that is delivering the shipment. Once you arrive at the Humanus compound, you will find out what they're planning to do with the chemical and put a stop to it. So I could say, wouldn't it be easier to just hijack it? But because I'm non-human, I always feel that you should take these because I just feel that you should. So I'm going to say, as I am also a non-human, what makes you think that they'll talk to me? I'm no more human than you are. Many of the smugglers are meta-humans. If you travel with them, Humanus will allow you into their compound. The rest will be up to you. Well, as long as you can get me in the front door, I'll take care of the rest. That's cool. Yes, good. From your reputation around the cruise base, I knew that you were the right man for the job. Let's talk compensation, buddy. What does this gig pay? I have contacted sister organizations across Berlin and taken up a collection. Between us, we have raised 22,000 nuyen. We're earning way more than we did in the last one. This is nuts. It's nuts. I did just look down and see that because we have gone a shame in this one and we've started picking all the different etiquettes, we have socialite. And we're definitely going to be picking this one because when you read that, it says, I know how much money you non-profits keep for yourselves. You can scrape together more cash than that, and you know it. He lets out a deep sigh. You're wrong about my organization. I keep nothing for myself. Nothing. I don't know, your suit looks pretty good, but I'll see what I can do. I might be able to call in some favors and raise you another 500. That's almost nothing. He nods. Excellent. I am relieved. I will make the arrangements for your meeting with the smugglers. Their leader is an elf who calls him Maxim. Calls himself Maxim. Take the U-Bahn to Shatnest. Shatnest? I'm trying not to make a joke about that, but there you go. And you will find him waiting there. Best of luck to you, Slosh, and good hunting. Know that you're doing a great thing for the metahumans of Berlin. Your efforts will not go unrecognized. If the dragon is real, we're doing way bigger a job for Berlin and the rest of the world than these guys will ever know, hey? So I'll go back down to the U-Bahn. There is a person here. I just had a little bit of a heart attack. One of my dogs sat up on the bed behind me and I saw her reflection in the mirror, and I'm home alone at the moment. That scared the absolute crap out of me. My goodness. A lone figure stands in the U-Bahn station. Dietrich. He raises a bottle at your approach, then tosses it away. I'll have a sip of beer to celebrate with him. I do wonder if something bad's going to happen to him. Figured I'd run into you here, boss. Wanted to be sure that I caught you before you headed off. He takes a deep breath, then slowly releases it. Looks you in the eye. Slosh. We need to have a talk about this Humanus gig. Make it quick. Well, I've got a history with Humanus. I fought him back in 39 during the Night of Rage. Hell of a thing that was. I remember the terror, the senseless violence, the murdered children. I remember this little dwarf boy. They stuffed his body in the gutter, Slosh. I can still see his face, all bruised and broken. To this day it makes my blood boil. Anyway, long story short, we beat him. Berlin's punks and anarchists all came together and we stomped the living dreck out of those racist pigs. A lot of good people died that night, but we put down some of the bad ones too. Oh man, I mean, I don't know. Is taking him a liability since he's so angry? Let me guess, you want to come on the Humanus run so that you can finish the job. That's part of it, sure. But it's not the whole story, man. I don't just want to come on this run, boss. I have to come. It's my nephew, Alexander. He's signed on with Humanus, driven to it by his worthless sack of a dad, no doubt. I take it that his father, your brother, is a Humanus member too. Better take a level of conviction, a quality that he thoroughly lacks. My best guess is that he's treating Humanus as a boarding school. They feed and house their recruits, and that's money that he'd rather spend on himself. So he dumped his boy off on them, never mind the fact that they're fascist one. So what this dude has done, he's sent his kid to kill children from other races, so he doesn't have to... Oh man, can I kill that guy? I want to kill that guy. Dietrich looks you in the eyes. I've got to get Alexander out of their slosh before it's too late. Those monsters are experts at warping young minds. It's how their disgusting ideology propagates. So I'm asking you, as a personal favour, to let me come along on the run. I have to get into that compound slosh. I have to find Alexander. I have to turn him around before those animals make him do something unforgivable. How could you say these things? Well, my guy couldn't say these things. Of course, Dietrich, I wouldn't keep you from something like this. Thanks, boss. Never doubted you'd bring me, of course. You're too good a man for that. Yeah, thanks, man. But it's good to hear it all the same. Okay, so there we are. We've run around. We've found out what's going to happen next. And I was right. I think we're going to be running a series of different jobs to raise some money, probably get some better weapons and level up and stuff before we actually go and try and do the next bit. So what I think this is probably the best time to leave it, because I think we've just run a little bit over. I didn't notice. As I said, I'm here by myself. There's no one to kind of cross with me if I'm busy all night. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Any suggestions or hints, please do leave them down below. I really honestly do not know this world as well as I know the world of Wasteland 2. And yeah, any information is always welcome. Always, always, always. So as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.